And we are live. So we'll start from there and say welcome to Commsverse 2026 Day 2. And we have Landis in the house. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You know, you mentioned that in a very high-pitched voice and you didn't even move your lips. That was brilliant. You need to know the difference between gentlemen and ladies.
I can't be friendly and say good morning to them or what?
No, I suppose I could accept that just about. Guys, welcome. Had a good day yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday was very good. Yeah, it was. We were actually talking about that over breakfast this morning.
Yeah.
And we met with a lot of new clients that hadn't been here in years past. We've been involved in the show for years, ever since it started. And so, yes, a very good show. We had a great thing. I don't know, we talked to different people, I'm sure, but from my perspective, it was a good day.
Good day. It was warm. Talked to existing customers and some new ones, so it's good.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, for people listening and watching the show, what is Landis doing?
So Landis is we developed and we support and we provide a Teams integrated contact center. So, and there's a few Teams products that we do. So we complete the Teams system that people need. We add call recording, we add the tenant console for those reception users, and then full contact center features. And in addition to that, all the AI features and those types of things, we're going to talk about that some today, but all of those are all wrapped in. It's right in your Teams client, so it's not 4 different softwares. It's all integrated into one easy interface right in the Teams client.
And a differentiator between Landis and some other solutions is that very fast time to value. It's not a complex implementation, very fast time to value. Very simple architecture. We are Microsoft Teams phone native, so it's very simple, clean architecture to implement. And also we have very sophisticated features, contact center features to replace Cisco, the whole way, from human to human, the whole way to very, very complete AI. So that's what we do.
Nice. So give me an example of how that. Would add value with a specific functionality or something that works for you.
So yesterday we had a session and we featured some of the things, some of the workflows that we can do. And yesterday's session focused on some of the AI things. So one example would be, people are concerned about their quality of the interaction with their customers. And we have, quality control, and we've had that. But you can traditionally, a supervisor goes in and listens to a recording and scores an agent, or looks at the sentiment and all of those types of things. What we're adding to it even is an AI tool that is saying, hey, here's a summary of either the concerning areas of the call, maybe where it was not going well, or it's great, but it gives a consistent score across all the interactions. So that you aren't just saying, I'm going to spot check 15 calls for this agent this week. No, all their calls are getting checked. And then a supervisor, so there's always a supervisor of the AI. So the supervisor then, their job is to go and say, okay, these 3 calls were low. What happened in them? Was the score correct? Let's glance over that transcript. I don't even have to go listen to the 10-minute phone call, the support call. I can glance at the transcript. I can see the problematic area. I can see what it noted, why it scored it that way. So that's a specific workflow where AI is just coming alongside that supervisor and just not only doing the job that they did, but doing a more complete job because it's across all the calls and not just randomly picking calls or spot check.
So quality management, humans can do it or AI can do it. And not only can AI supervisor quality score human calls, it can also quality score AI calls or chats as well.
Okay,
So
cool.
one unified place where AI can be scoring all your calls to make them better.
Anything that goes through Teams is effectively picked up.
Yes.
That's a good way to think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Chat
this
calls.
all of this interface is right in your Teams client. This is not some separate,
No.
software type of thing. That's the beauty of the integration, where it's all one clean interface that you're looking right in Teams.
And do your customers see improvement now that AI is doing that quality control instead of a human?
Yes. One story that we're talking about recently is a customer, a bank that we recently worked with, and they were interested in doing only human to human, but looking at the AI options that were available with Landis, they decided to give some of their workloads to AI. And so the AI obviously can be available 24/7, and it took about 30% of their calls away from humans and did a really good job of taking care of about 30% immediately with not a lot of heavy lifting. And so they could do a lot more work and get more than 25 to 30%, but immediately, and they can do this 24 hours a day where before it was only bank hours. So that's a nice improvement.
That use case, the other thing that's great, and we always recommend this, it doesn't have to be, but we always recommend that if you're using AI interacting with your customers or clients, that there's an easy way to transition to go to a human agent if the AI is not serving them well.
Yeah.
So a lot of systems you get into, and it's bad AI bots where
And everyone
you have
is
to
trying
fail.
to figure out what the secret code is to get to a human.
good
So
bot,
keep going.
yeah.
But
Agreed.
just an easy process that's designed into the system so that if the AI is not answering the question, even in the first try, that caller customer can just say, hey, let's jump to a human agent, and you don't have to jump through hoops or have it fail 3 times. We've all had interactions like that where we're trying to figure out the magic word to say to get through this
Yes.
thing.
And the deal, there's two things. We can make our AI bots better, our AI agents better. That's one way to get the questions answered quick. The other one is if your AI agent isn't good, have a way to get a human, and we can queue and get a human agent on the line, whether it's chat or voice.
No, it's important because you get to know the bad bots and the good bots. I mean, I know when I go and collect my parcel from the Belgian Postal Service and I have to go through the bot, the first thing I say is give me a human. I don't even test it because I know it's going to go through the same 7 questions and not give me the answer I need.
Yeah,
So,
unfortunately.
yeah.
The other thing that's important that we're doing is passing along that context from that AI interaction. So let's say you go into that bot
Yep.
and you decide to give it a try, in your scenario, the Postal Service, and you ask a few questions, and the bot traditionally
back with the same question
it's the
again,
same
yeah.
answer and it's bad.
Choose one of these 6 subjects. Yep.
Then you get through to a human. Now, if that human agent on their screen when they get through to you has the list of questions you
Yes.
asked and how it was responded to, that's much better context for that agent in jumping into that interaction to know, hey, this is Steve calling about a parcel problem again, and we know how to deal with that.
Yes.
That's an important customer service differentiation that a lot of systems are fragmented and not pulling that context
Yeah.
in, and it's all right there for you.
It's also
in the
efficient.
client.
The call's shorter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The answer's quicker because we've already waited 6 minutes for it to be answered.
And back to the Teams native, Microsoft has recently released some APIs that make it possible to show the context that the AI agent got, whether chat or voice, and pass it into the Teams client so you can see it right on a panel right inside the Teams client. Landis has been doing that in our own agent for a long time, but Microsoft recently has given APIs, so right in the Teams client, if you pull in a subject matter expert, they can see that context.
Nice. That's good. So it sounds like you've got it all covered then. Nothing else to do for a few years now. No new developments. Customers will come flocking through the door.
Moore's Law is going to catch us here. It's doubling and I think we're even beyond that. So no, the cutting edge stuff is is required tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, cutting edge today is required tomorrow in the AI world.
We will never rest. We are aggressive at bringing new innovation. Over the years, we've worked very closely with Microsoft. Help them develop some of the APIs they're using for their own contact center that they've been developing. So we've worked very closely over the years. So, yeah.
No, that's nice. So one of the questions I always have with this is, I do a lot of voice work for various people at one stage or another. And these tools are great when we're talking about call center, because that's where the money is, that's the biggest priority for an organization. But you get a sizable department that is kind of doing call ringing, hunt groups, that kind of stuff. They kind of need a very minor, well, no, minor is the wrong word, but a smaller, more compact, but efficient use of AI. Is this something that you are also considering, or really are you at that top, we need all the bells and whistles kind of call center stuff? So what do you have that helps that normal HR department with 5 people that once a month they do a few job adverts and their calls go through the roof?
So one of the things that we believe at Landis is that every organization has an AI journey that's at a different pace.
I like that.
And so
I like that a lot, actually.
Not requiring organizations to say, we're all in on AI, to add a few features that are helpful is very much a part of the Landis story. So in your example,
Yep.
you know, they have an HR department. Maybe all they want is an IVR that can be easily customized for that call volume, to ask a few qualifying questions and pull that data and then create calls back if required, or say, you know, this one's not a good fit, so follow up with this. You can automate that flow if it's often enough, or if in your case, if it's very rarely, it could be a manual workload then after the fact. But you can easily configure these things. It's a visual designer. You can go in and adjust this for the week, for the the time period when you want that in the system.
Yep.
And then if it's a consistent thing, they can set up data dips or automatic things that when these phone numbers call, it goes here. If it's an open ticket, in a support scenario, it goes into this. So there's a lot of automation you can do, but yeah, it's very simple to add just a single workflow for temporary. That's great. That's part of what Landis brings to these.
And maybe adding to that, we talk at Landis, we think of it for everything from human to human to very AI, and there's a stretch in between there. And we recently had a customer that was very human to human. They wanted a very human to human, and they said, no, we would like to add just a little bit of help with AI. And it really 2 days, and we had a very nice, let's say, top 8 questions being answered by that AI bot. But they didn't have to do everything. Mm-hmm. They could do the amount that they wanted to do and let the rest human to human. So very easy to get going, especially if you're on our contact center using it for calls and reporting and analytics, and you want to add that AI to help assist in a few scenarios, go ahead and do it. Easy to do.
And is it cost effective for the small stuff as well as the big stuff? I mean, if you're doing a call center, it makes sense. Hundreds of calls coming in a day, possibly even more. But if somebody said, hey, I need help with my 5 lines on HR, is that a feasible value cost product that's available? How does that work?
So
absolutely.
Absolutely. That's a fastball down the middle.
Absolutely is your new word now, isn't it? The boss has passed on absolutely. That's the one I'll use from the day going forward.
So one of the things with the way our architecture works and how we've done all the hard work on the back end, that the IT admin can easily set up and easily configure these items for a small scenario. It's not a heavy lift. It's not a project like you think of in a call center where you're picturing months long.
Integrating SBCs and complex.
No.
Yeah, none of that.
They're already in
it's
place.
as close to an own switch.
Think of it as the purple Teams toggle.
Yeah.
And you've got it.
You click it and you got it.
Is it a workflow? Is that a comparable? I'm creating a new workflow in Teams. Is it that level?
Yeah.
Possibly even simpler.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was going to say workflow sounds a little more complicated than what this is. People are always surprised that start configuring this thing, and they're like, well, what else is there to do? No, you're ready to send calls to it.
There's two kinds of voice agents. One is what we call the directed voice agent. It's where you're pulling blocks, visual designer, pulling blocks
Nice.
on, a little like Power Automate,
Got it.
designing a Power Automate flow. That's one way. The other way is the LLM voice agent or chat agent. Either one can be. And that is where you have an LLM that you set up. You have your prompts, you have it trained, and it just goes ahead. It's a little more free form and answers the questions, and maybe uses call outs to get data, answer questions. So kind of those two ways
Nice.
to build it. And either one can be pretty simple.
And the value is there even for small products,
Yeah, it's
by
a
the minute
it's-
or whatever the
yeah,
cost model is.
Yeah, there's not. It's a in most cases it's a user base, and so if you have a small team, it scales down to the team
nice.
size you need.
It's one of the questions I was just wondering as I was wandering around yesterday going, okay, for a small organization, is this feasible? But it's nice to
I
hear
think
that
it
can
is.
be.
Yeah.
Just if you can adjust it with little steps and bringing AI in at those little
Right.
levels, it makes a big difference for any company, I guess.
No, that's true.
We
So-
have built Landis Contact Center and Attendant Console and Interaction Recording to be fast time to value. Everything we designed is to make it easy. Purple little toggle it on. Think about it that way, and that means it works really good for small and medium-sized businesses, but what we have found is even large companies love that fast time to value. So
No, that's true. Especially in today's day and age, everything's expected to be there in a few days where possible.
We
No,
are
that's
talking a
neat.
lot about AI, but how well do you guys trust AI yourselves?
Yeah. We have a few
That's
questions
a good
that
question.
might help you
Yeah,
decide that.
yeah, let's
Some
see
of these
where
are
we go.
really left hand.
Yeah.
So just
all right, we'll be ready
see
for
how
a
we go.
curve here.
All
Would
right.
you let AI raise your children for the first 5 years?
No,
absolutely not.
no, absolutely is the word we're
Absolutely
using.
is- yes.
Absolutely not.
Keynote. Were you at the keynote?
We were here busy with somebody else.
Two very interesting ideas. The one is AI is very sycophantic. In other
Yes.
words, it caters to you and says you're great and you're amazing. Our children don't need to hear only that they're amazing. Sometimes they need to hear they're wrong and they need to correct some things, right?
Good point.
And
All right.
also, it's you can manipulate AI with
Yeah.
emotion or appeals. And our children, sometimes we need to be manipulated by their emotional appeals, but sometimes we don't.
Yeah, yeah.
Would you let AI edit or delete your nude and private videos? What nude and private videos?
They don't
Thank you.
exist. So in that scenario, I don't know. No.
I had a friend of mine who's an actor some years ago, and he got offered his first movie part, but it required a naked shower scene.
Oh.
And, he's an actor, and we're Belgium, we're fairly open-minded about this, but he decided that he didn't want his kids bringing that back to him in 10 or 15 years' time, so I do get that.
No, I'd be very no.
No.
Would you let AI enter you into a competition hot dog eating contest as the main sponsor?
Yes.
Yes. Because you'd make sure AI is, if this brings value and I get my new customers, I'll go and eat hot dogs.
This is eating them or sponsoring other people
I-
eating them.
That's
Yeah,
a very good
sponsoring.
question.
Yeah, sponsoring got me. I was like, yes, I'd sponsor an event like that, but I don't
Am I
know.
gonna eat the
I
hot
don't know
dogs?
that yeah. Is it worth being sick for 48 hours?
Just shows you got to get the prompt right.
Yeah, yeah.
Would you let AI write your dating profile and make it 100% honest? They're great
Well-
questions, aren't they?
The 100% honest is simple
Yeah.
for me.
Yes.
I'm not sure I'm going to be getting it to write any dating profiles.
No, if I was going to write a dating profile, I would probably use AI to write it.
Get it started and modify it.
Yeah.
Add a few inches here and there and take a few inches off here and there. I get that.
Well, no, that's not 100% honest then.
You don't need any inches taken off anywhere.
Yeah, that I do understand. Oh, okay, guys. Well, thanks for the laugh. I
Yeah.
loved the presentation.
Yes.
Obviously, you're passionate about your product. That's great. Okay, you were going to say the same thing.
Yes.
Hey,
forget it.
one last thing. I
Yeah.
know this is the last Commsverse they announced that.
Yep.
We've loved being here. It's a great show. We've been involved since day one.
Yep.
We
And,
love sponsoring community events.
Yeah. Yes, we're all in on human interaction. In spite of building the AI tools that helps, we're all
Human
in.
to human to mostly AI overseen by
Yeah.
humans.
You're,
We'll do
you're
all of
testing your
that.
new marketing lines, aren't you? Here,
Yeah.
I can tell.
That's yeah, absolutely. But yes, so we love events like this. We continue to do them, and we're sad to see this one go, but it's been a good run.
No, that's
Yep.
good. Great, thank you very much. We're going to take a short break as we go and find our next sponsor. We'll be back soon. Guess we're not ready for the next.
Where are the cameras at?
Where are the cameras at?
There are cameras?
There's
Oh.
cameras
There is camera,
here.
there's
there's
Oh, look at
camera
that.
there.
You're not supposed to know there's
Yeah.
cameras.
Well, I like to, give a wink and a smile every now and then.
Yeah, I can set it up so you can give a nice wink and a smile. Let's have a look. Let's zoom into the speaker. There we go. If you, I can't find the camera. There we go. So you are now all on your own. If you want to give a wink and a smile and say hi.
Hello, everyone.
What a great start.
Cool. It is actually. I like that a lot. All right. So I will get back to that one.
Good morning. How did you
Yes.
survive the first day at Commsverse 2026?
Ooh, with a lot of water, and in front of the fan as much as possible. And no, it was quite warm yesterday. But you know what? It was great. It was a great show. I thought the attendance was great yesterday.
Yeah, I think generally the numbers are going down, but I think it was people were making out in terms of the heat and coming out and doing it. So
And
Yep.
we had plenty of opportunity that sort of scooched by our booth and engaged with us quite a bit. So I thought it was okay.
Yeah,
you're
and it
not
was-
so sure. He's checking in with you, like he's checking in to make
Yeah,
sure.
no, I was just going to comment back on. It was fun watching people fight over the fans, turning it, and then people get mad and go turn them back, and
We brought our own. We knew it was going to be
yeah.
a quick trip to Tiger. Let's buy something
Yeah.
and stick on the wrist.
There you go.
It was needed.
It was
was.
needed.
I think everyone got the memo today, though. Shorts and linen, yeah?
Yeah. No, absolutely. And there is even red level warnings out there. Don't travel unless you have to, which hopefully won't go as against us today, but we'll see
I
what
do
that's
hope those signs are over because we do need to travel today.
I know. Well, that means most people will stay off the roads. So, why don't you introduce yourself, Brandon? Tell us about the company.
Yeah, good morning. My name's Brandon Bradley. I'll throw this up here. I run I'm VP of Modern Work Innovation at Momentum Telecom. We generally just go by Momentum, gomomentum.com. We are a full stack provider of network services, security as a service, voice, focused heavily in the Teams Operator Connect space. And then we wrap the Teams phone system around, ancillary services around the Teams phone system. So, a lot of our lead generation comes from SMS in the US, maybe some WhatsApp questions for EU. We're in, 80 countries, Rick?
Yeah, about 77 different countries right now.
Yeah. And then, ironically, I put a LinkedIn post up yesterday, day one. Most of our engagement at our booth over here was our fax application, which kind of raises eyebrows in conversations. Yeah, fax,
Yeah.
like electronic fax.
I think it's still a $3 billion a year industry,
It's
isn't
huge.
it?
And growing, and like a 16% CAGR, I think. So it's growing. It's migrating from an e-fax solution into Teams, or from a traditional fax solution into Teams. So we see a lot of that.
No, I think I was thinking about this a few weeks ago. Somebody was talking to me about it and went, I just happened to have picked this fact up from Commsverse a few years ago, so $3 billion. No, it can't be. But it's the simplicity of it, isn't it? You just get a icon, click on it, and you can see the message straight away. No attachments to upload, download, where I'm going to store it. So I kind of understand the benefit from it.
Yeah, and it meets the traditional compliance, right?
Yes.
And so we find it's really big, obviously, in the US, but the other country is Germany. It's massive in Germany.
That would make sense too.
Yeah,
Interesting.
they're old school like us.
Old school like you guys. Is that what it is? So do you still get proof of delivery and all that kind of stuff in electronic? Is it signed and certified and stuff?
Everything right into Teams, and it's stored right in the tenant, the customer's tenant, right? And it's rendered right from their SharePoint. It shows it visually in Teams, but it's stored with them. So we see it come through, dump it off, and we never see it again.
Excellent. Do you still get a little pink cross with a circle around it in the corner like you did on the paper versions to confirm that you got all the data?
Yeah, we've changed it to a green check.
A green check.
A green
but-
check.
A green
box.
check.
Yeah, it's certified. Courts recognize it for things like evidence.
Yeah. No, I do remember. I go back a long way. This is a real, genuine greybeard, not just for fashion, you know. And I remember faxes. I mean, they've been around since the late 1870s, to be honest. That's fax in service, but there was, to make them legal, the little pink stamp had to go on there, which was really strange. Black and white, but with a pink stamp.
Yep.
You may won't believe it, but I do remember faxes as well.
Nah, I don't believe that at all.
I thought.
And we love them because we sell them every day.
Yeah, I can well imagine. Fax service. Is the transmission still exactly the same as it used to be, or has it actually been upgraded? I mean, I've got to ask that question.
Years ago it was upgraded from a protocol perspective,
Okay.
T38, to get very technical. But it's still very much the same. And you know what sets our product apart is we've done something that no one else has done, and that's bring it into the Microsoft ecosystem natively, but then keeping it tied to physical machines. So you can still have the MDF, you can still have the physical fax machine, and we synchronize it all together. So it's one seamless pane of glass.
Nice.
Some people might find it a bit ironic because we go, analog fax, service, turn it into, send it through analog, turn it into IP, turn it back into analog, and then back into IP to Teams. So it's full circle.
And they accept that still as a legal document, or do you need to have the first original analog?
It's still considered original.
Nice. It's weird though, isn't it?
It is.
It's like
I'm
when
sorry.
you break it down, it's like glorified email.
I thought email was the new fax.
Would be glorified. I'm not sure what is it glorified email? It's like email should be glorified email, yeah?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean, glorified in the sense that it's ultimately you're doing the same task as an email. You're just breaking it down into that, like you said, that analog loop to keep it original.
It's more secure, isn't it?
That's what they say.
Well, I mean, you still require sometimes just to have the document come out the printer. I mean, I've just installed a secure printing system, and so people put in their PIN number and they get the document. Then, of course, the extra requirement that you wasn't told about was, hey, but we need to just print to that printer, and the man needs to take the paper off.
Yep.
Well, you can divert it to him. Yeah, but it's just like too many steps.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I kind of get it. Maybe I need to turn it into fax instead of PDFs and printing.
That's just one of the
Maybe.
80 different services we offer, but we see it come across a lot though. So people ask for it. But at a Teams conference, right? It's a hit here at a Teams conference.
Nice.
Yes, and I also think digital fax is able to work with AI then.
Well, that was going to be my question. So what value does AI add in the fax industry?
Oh, that's exciting. Go ahead, Brandon.
Okay. We work with a ton of healthcare, and when you think about healthcare, and you got to have privacy protections around the data that are on those documents. At least in the States, there's this big workflow where the fax comes in. Right, it might be an order from the doctor to the pharmacy for a prescription. And it's containing sensitive information, and that volume is in the thousands a day, right? So you have to have humans in the loop that are touching these documents, looking at them, deciding, this doctor wants it to go to, or this patient wants the doctor to send to pharmacy A versus B versus C, and down the list it goes. So what we've done is with our application is we've created automated workflows that as the fax comes in or out of the ERP, so the CRM system, we tie it into a workflow where you can attach AI, where you OCR the document, and you start analyzing, this came from Dr. A, it needs to go to pharmacy B, let's automatically process that for the customer. And then if they want a human in the loop, we can pop a card in Teams and they can verify it, and off it goes. So we're reducing workflow, manual human workflow by, massive percentage points.
We sort and route it. There you go. So it comes in, AI
like
sorts
that.
and routes it for us,
Sorting and routing.
and we deliver it, yeah.
Sorts and routes it.
There's people that do that though, right? Like healthcare, like Brandon was saying, they do have jobs where people
That's all they do.
sort all the faxes that come in. To a big folder as an example, right? And then go, okay, where do we want to send it to now?
Mm-hmm.
So our AI tools sort and route it. And we can even have it sorted and routed in SharePoint as an example.
Yep.
So on the customer's own tenant.
I find it amazing. Having a fax conversation again and something like this.
All right. When we do global networks with Cato and security and all sorts of things like that, like global, we've got a big office in the Netherlands. It's like we do all this stuff, but we see leads come in every single day for fax.
Amazing. Amazing. Are they people that genuinely need fax or just don't want to upgrade from what they've had around?
Oh.
I just find this interesting. It's,
I think it's both. I definitely think in the major silos, finance, healthcare, it's required. But I've even discovered if you want to do contract work for, say, the U.S. government, they require you to have a fax line. It may never get used.
Oh, that's
but
true.
It's
actually.
a checkbox. It's just a checkbox.
Well,
So
you submit
they have to have
RFPs,
it.
right? They submit RFPs that way sometimes. So when people are doing road work, I'm going to go build a bridge for you. You're submitting an RFP via a fax sometimes.
No, I
and
think
so
I've heard that.
it's crazy.
Amazing.
There's a lot of business cases where I think people just don't want to change their process, and I see quite a bit of that, and that's good for us, but also frustrating to watch because you're like, there's so many things you could do to do that. Why are you still doing it this way? Why is Phil getting out of his desk and walking over to the multifunction machine still to do something like that?
Amazing.
You don't see it that often anymore in Belgium.
No. But it must be there. I'm going to ask.
I think so, yeah.
I'm going to check whether my company has a fax machine somewhere.
What's that?
Just hang it. Exactly. It would be interesting. People are always amazed about it. They used to be amazed that fax was actually so old, and now they're still amazed it's still around. So I guess it'll be its 200th birthday soon, 150th birthday.
It dates back to
1870
in the
something.
U.S. perspective, it dates back to Abraham Lincoln.
So they would send it over the line, so
Yeah.
that's how they would transmit a picture.
Hopefully he doesn't dispute the patent application.
He might.
So what is your big front end product that you're pushing? I mean, you're seeing some interesting facts, but
So I'm Rick Garcia, run product and marketing at Momentum. Our biggest product is probably Global Network. I mean, Global Network right now has overtaken our voice revenue, so we're a pretty decent sized organization, 500-600 people in terms of employees. Between $200 and $300 million in revenue. So we're quite a sizable organization. That 50% of our revenue is traditionally voice, whether that's UCAS and Teams.
Yep.
And then the other 50% has been circuits globally. And now we look at it, and I know our global network is now taken over in terms of revenue. So I look at that, and our biggest product then is our global network. So.
Yeah, at least for the year, it seems like it kind of fluctuates. But I think there's a big push for security as a service.
Okay.
As antiquated networks are coming up for contract renewal, I think what I'm seeing is companies are going and, hey, if you can manage it for me, we'll just give you our network.
Consolidation.
Mm-hmm.
No, consolidation is key. Yeah, and you always choose the ones that are giving you good added value service.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that let you know when things are failing and everything else. The silent ones you kind of want to move away from because you're not even sure they're doing their job. So consolidation I do see happening out there quite a lot.
Yeah.
And it's easier to add to something than have to go back out to tender for something.
Yeah.
Becomes interesting the way in which security has evolved, and obviously with the AI capabilities out there, there's new threats every single day, right? And so I hate to say it like that, but it's like I was having a discussion with a peer not too long ago, and he's like, companies have to protect themselves. They just want to operate the way they've operated, right? But these new threats, so they've got to constantly sit there and upgrade to new services, new machines, just to keep on operating the way they've operated.
Yep.
Right? Just to keep them protected from the malicious sort of intent out there. Whether it ever hits them or not, who knows? But they can't risk it.
No, I think it's on different levels, and especially with likes of NIST 2 here in Europe, the dependency of making sure you are safe and secure is really now at the top of the organisation. And I know in the US there's been a few fines around for the same thing.
Yeah.
So that is happening. My security team is constantly at this point in time looking at how we're going to defend against AI. We've upgraded our email management suite to an AI-based one simply because of the phishing emails are just too good nowadays.
Yeah.
So, but that's a good game for all round.
It keeps us growing. It keeps us in business. It keeps us front of mind with a lot of organizations, and we keep on thriving. Ooh, how do you like that? I worked that word in there.
Marketing.
Thriving.
Marketing.
But this leads us to the big question.
The big question.
How well do you guys trust AI?
I'm a huge... Oh, go ahead.
No.
We have a
will
few
give
questions.
A few questions.
I would consider myself an AI sort of very pro AI, right? So very pro AI, and Brandon wears a helmet usually that's made of tin foil. So he took it off just for the podcast.
Got him away with the headphones, don't
For me, it's more cautionary. I think it's trust but verify.
Okay.
All right, we prepared some questions.
Oh, beautiful.
Would you let AI handle your entire divorce and custody battle?
I know his answer. I would not.
Divorce and custody battle. Dang, that's a good one. Yes, I would.
Okay.
Well,
would you
that's
let AI choose the next person to be hired on your team?
Am I allowed to use it as part of the interview process?
No, everybody starts to make excuses.
I'm going to go. I would say
AI
yes.
Go find me somewhere and.
I actually probably would, because from an HR recruiting perspective, sometimes your recruiters maybe don't have the depth of knowledge that I might be able to skill an AI agent for. So I think I would.
My talk yesterday was AI is now are there now employees, and so I'm like, if your AI is hiring another AI agent as an example. Anyway, sorry.
No.
I digress.
Yeah, you've got Marijn's list.
Would you let AI redesign your face for maximum meme potential?
Absolutely. Absolutely, I would.
Hey,
Brandon's like, I'm not on social media.
I mean, for the sake of the fun, sure I would.
Would you let AI answer this question for you?
Yes, because it might be fun.
Well,
might be more
fun, isn't it?
entertaining than my response.
I think that's where this is at, and that AI is seen as fun. We can see some value from it, but I honestly think the real stuff is still yet to come around the corner in the next 10 years.
Yeah.
I think that's where it's really going to get good.
It's interesting. Businesses on the street, and when I say on the street, just like normal businesses, right? They're nowhere near where we're at, right? We're at the, we're not San Francisco as an example, but I think as a CX sort of UC organization and group, we feel like we're at the very front of this thing. But businesses out there have not utilized it to the degree that they can. So no, there's a lot more to come to see its potential and value.
Yeah, and my only commentary is, Jamie Bartlett during the keynote. I think he nailed the topic on the head on, look at what this thing can do. There's so much potential, and I agree with you, around the corner, it's going to be that much better. But there's this idea of, are you manipulating it, or is it manipulating you? Where do you fit in that?
And how do you work that out?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we received his book as well that he handed out at the keynote. How to talk to AI and how not to. And I think the how not to is more important than how to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's very true. I mean, it's interesting talking to younger people about AI at the moment. I have daughters and granddaughters and all that kind of stuff. My granddaughter won't have anything to do with it. Reads too much shit on the internet, and my daughter just hates it because of the ecological problems that it causes. But then again, she's also dumped Disney because they had some interest in Israel when the war started. So, so it's difficult to say. But actually, there's more and more of that in this generation, which basically that that skepticism, I think, is healthy. So,
Well, you saw recently, was it the Stanford grads walked out on the Google CEO when he started talking because they were protesting a bit of a war, but I think the younger generation by far are more not by far, but more ethics driven, I think, than and principle driven than maybe my generation.
no, I think it's going to change the way you approach sales for this. I'm guessing you're already working on some of that stuff as they start to hit into your buying generation in a few years' time. It will be an interesting one.
Yeah.
But maybe I won't be around to worry about it.
I was
by
going to say
then,
I should be hopefully retired by then.
Let's see how it goes. Well, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It's part of the fun.
Great, thank you very much.
appreciate
Thanks
it.
for having us.
And
You're
enjoy the
welcome.
rest of the day.
We'll do. Thanks so much, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
That's it. Just drop them down there. We'll carry on. And
Thank you
see
very
what
much.
happens. Thanks.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
No laptops left behind. No phones.
Yours,
Good, good, good. So we have nobody else.
Well, I just asked Adam
Oh,
if
okay.
but he's still in a meeting, so he will join as soon as possible. So, yeah.
What's the interest? Tell you what, we're just sitting there staring at the back. Let's just turn this around to there, and then we can look at the front and see where we're going. So, I loved the first one, Landis. I really like. They know
Yes.
their product. They know where they're going. That was interesting. And then
It really
Momentum, they're kind of sitting there going, we won't exactly do anything, but hey, we've got a product set that goes from fax to high-end networks.
But I'm still surprised about the facts.
I am and I'm not. I don't know. I don't know how to find that out really, so that's good.
So this was our other speaker, Mike.
Who's wondering
Oh, no.
or what, because he's now in a meeting.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll call it quits for the time being, and we'll be back later today. Sort it out.
Nice soundboard.
Sorry?
Nice soundboard.
Ah, the fader port.
Yeah.
Yes. It connects into the Studio One. It sets the drivers. The Studio One is a great board. Love it to bits. It's just been bought by Fender actually
Oh,
2
really?
years ago. So it used to be Presonus. A couple of guys in
I
South
remember
America.
Presonus.
Yeah. So Fender just bought it out. So we'll see what changes come around. The rest just connects. What's the really exciting thing? I'm still running it on a Surface 6. So the door. I
At
keep
one
waiting
point
for it
it
to
will
die.
not work anymore.
Shh! You're going to ruin his feelings. He's doing okay. So tell us what you've been doing with yourself. It's been a year since I saw you last. Might
Yeah,
have been
it's-
longer actually, but
Well, I
Was
don't
you
know.
here last
It'll
year?
be. I was here last year.
then we
I've been-
saw each other
I've been
last
to
year.
every Commsverse.
So
and
have
every
I.
Commsv next in the States, so
You do Commsverse as well.
sad. This could be the last one.
Yes.
Yes.
Thankfully, I'd like to announce that Steve has stepped up and will be running Commsverse next year. It's an exclusive announcement even to Steve.
It's interesting enough. The thought has been going through my head, but doing it from a different country, I'm not entirely certain how value that would be. So how easy that would be to start off with.
I mean, just make Martin and Randy do most of the work. And you
They
take all
want
the
to keep
credit.
it going, do they?
I don't know.
No, I don't know. I think maybe they'll all go down.
Everyone I see, I'm like, congratulations for stepping up and picking up Commsverse.
Oh, and they say, excuses.
Oh, really?
Excuses.
I didn't know that.
So you were speaking, or you are speaking, or you
I am
did speak?
speaking on what's new in Teams rooms, which is what I do every year.
Mm-hmm.
Just rinse and recycle. This year, all Claude all the time. I just said,
Yeah.
Claude, here's a list of new things.
Give me some slides.
Give me a PowerPoint. So all the PowerPoint was designed by him. I am now, doing the human edit, but
Yeah, but you never
That's
read
right.
your slides anyway. You just stand there and click them every so often.
pretty much. But attendees read them, so I got to know what they say.
That is true too.
Like one of them, Claude said, "Hey, so we're using the new Microsoft's using the new NGC sign-in method." I'm like, "What the hell is NGC?" Next generation credentials.
Marijn used Claude for a slide the other day, and he wanted some statistics, and it came up with 3 statistics. So he said, "Where do you get the statistics from?" So I said, "Well, actually, I made 2 of them up." One
Like
of
a
them-
regular statistic.
Exactly.
So accurate.
Yes. One of them is accurate. I got it from here, but the other 2 I picked up from. And so you can use them because they're justifiable. But yeah, so it was quite fun to do.
So
part of the fun.
I've been working on a project for 6 months. And this is what we're talking about.
We're going.
I got a story.
Good.
What do you know about Krampus?
Nothing.
And you can normally get tablets for it, I think. Bit of medicine.
So Krampus is the mythical creature in the Alpine region of Europe, so southern Germany,
Okay.
Austria, Switzerland, northern Italy. And Krampus goes back to 1400s, 1500s, and his goal in life is to take bad children, put them in a bag, steal them away from their family, and raise them in the caves.
Okay. And you've been working with Krampus, or you are Krampus?
I am not. There's also St. Nicholas, who is the leader of the Krampus. St. Nicholas you may have heard of. He's the good
Yep.
one, gives out gifts. And so I may play St. Nicholas in this Florida group. But the Krampus, we have a Krampus group. I'm tangentially a member because I'm not a Krampus. And we host a thing called Krampusnacht, which is December 5th. And we get 1,000 people to show up. The Krampuses run around, cause chaos.
And that's your project of the day?
So at Krampusnacht, it happens at night.
Oh.
And we have tents selling food and booze. Are you looking at pictures?
I've just asked it to tell me what a Krampus looks like.
Yeah.
She's just drawing the image.
So we have tents and, selling beer and food and whatever for the attendees.
Nice.
And the feedback we got was, hey, it's happening at night. We can't read the signs because it just printed out paper signs like beer is here. There you go. Yeah, that's accurate. Long tongue, horns, goat-like.
Nice.
Yeah.
There we go. Which camera have I got here? We can do that one. There you go.
And so
Actually, if I put it there
yeah.
like that, you can see
There
the
you go.
similarity between the two of you.
Between me and yeah. And
Sorry.
so at the event, the feedback was people didn't know where the beer was. They didn't know where the food was. So it's like, I'll make an LED sign. We'll make 10 LED signs. We're gonna make them connected to Home Assistant so we can automate it because as the evening gets darker, the sign should get less bright
Yes.
so it doesn't blind people. But during the day, it should be full brightness. So I started this project. I don't know anything about LED signs, so I started with Copilot, as one does nowadays. I'm like, hey, Copilot, this is what I want to do. And Copilot, we went back and forth for many, many days. And finally, I'm like, I'm buying stuff. I'm just going to trust Copilot blindly. So I bought LED panels, I bought an ESP32 wireless, I bought cables, I bought power supplies, I bought all the things.
And
6 months later, it's working.
ready for your Krampus event.
Yeah, I come to find out the LED panel world, like if you buy an LED panel from a major LED provider, they take care of it all. They've written all the software. LED panels there is no standard. The standard is like there's a size, so like P5 means there's 5 millimeters between the pixels.
Okay.
P10, P12. So you can so that standard exists.
That's just pixels.
The size of the panel is a standard. Everything else is non-standard. There are kind of standards, but it's mix and match. It's a mess.
Wow.
And so I had, I'm like working with Copilot, like give me, because there's a panel and there's a controller and they have no software, right? So you've got to write all the software, which Copilot, do it. And after a while, Copilot was like, yeah, these panels suck, get new ones. So I jumped in and bought like 8 of them off AliExpress. And I'm like, well, these aren't getting returned. So let me buy some more. I bought some more. They also couldn't program them. They're like, and the one feedback was, one of the things was, well, you have to use a Raspberry Pi with these because those have libraries that support additional. But I wanted it to be wireless since it's at an event, so we could just say like sold out, or we can just update the sign wirelessly from my phone or whatever, instead of having to walk with a laptop, connect the USB cable, upload a bunch of things. So and Raspberry Pis are fine, but they're big, and now with the memory shortage, they're expensive. Whereas these little ESP32 things was like $70.
Nice. So you did do it in the end?
We eventually got there. I will say, so the initial plan was Copilot all the way.
Yep.
Claude helped me get to the end. So there goes the Copilot all the way. But Claude is the back end of Copilot.
That is true.
Now, it's one of the options. So the Copilot well, then I ditched the Copilot UI and just went straight Claude. But I ended up buying more panels. And these they're from Gilbert Engineering. They're Wave something panels. Those like Claude got going right away.
Gotcha. So was it Copilot or Claude or the panels that got it fixed?
And Copilot didn't send me wrong. So the wireless module is working just fine that
Good.
Copilot recommended. The power supply worked. It's just Copilot had no shot. Claude didn't do much better on panels it recommended. It just tells you, don't buy these. And then you go through and they're all like quarter scan. And it's like, where are the not quarter scan ones or whatever? Yeah, so.
Nice, I like that. So Ben is also walking around with a badge on him.
Yes.
And he had the same question. He thought, I'm going to do this, stuck it in a drawer,
Yep.
and eventually one day dug it out and got online and did
But
that.
it's the same with you with your cameras here.
That is true too. We had some problems getting these connected together, doing their thing, because the paperwork that comes with them is a pain.
Non-optimal.
So, yeah, and they're fixed IP addresses, and we've got to kind of bridge them into the Wi-Fi and stuff. So, yes, we had those issues. I've still got the script on Copilot. Also, my water heating, the AI stuff was perfect. I was saying, look at my electricity and my gas bills. So Copilot said, well, you've got 2 central heating systems. No, I haven't. I've got one electrical central heating system, and I've got one little gas boiler that's doing my shower and sink. Yeah, but it's taken as much gas, so no, we need to change that. Okay, what do you recommend? So it recommended a couple of devices, €800. I went, really? What if we buy it from Poland? That's a good idea. So buy it from Poland, it goes down to €400. As I'm filling out the form, it found me a supplier. I said, oh, they want a code. Can you give me a group code? Yes, that's another €25 saved from the price. Excellent. So I was really pleased. They still haven't arrived yet 6 weeks later. They've attempted to deliver them 6 times. So it's all the end delivery that screwed them. And now finally the order's been cancelled.
Because you weren't home, or?
Because they were supposed to deliver it to a drop-off centre, and they kept trying to drop it home, and they give you like 12 hours notice, we'll drop it off tomorrow. And then the second time, because they resent it, so it went back to Italy every time.
From Poland, via Poland.
So it was a middle company doing the European ordering based in Poland, but they were sourcing it from Italy.
So what we are actually saying is the AI tools are good, but sometimes they screw up.
No, it sounds like, well, maybe this was human error. They couldn't deliver.
Absolutely. Well, it was the usual stuff. I think that the real problem here is they were not defining the criteria properly. So, which is, of course, we see in our projects all the time. So I ordered this. I said I'm not in that day. Oh no, they sent me an email 6 o'clock at night, we'll deliver it tomorrow at 11 o'clock. That's no good, I'm not here. But they said, but if you're not here, just click the link, tell us where to deliver it. So they recommended a drop-off centre. So they were going to drop it off there on the 2 days later. They tried, and actually I see them ringing my doorbell. You're not supposed to be dripping here. And then they say, no, this parcel cannot be dropped off at a drop-off centre. Well, why did you give me the option then?
Correct. Or
So
call
it's
or
that
reach
kind
out
of-
going, hey,
yeah,
there's
exactly.
an issue.
Yeah, but they don't do that. They just deal with quantities. So they can hit 99%, but that 1% is so many
It's
large
you.
numbers of people. It's me, yes.
You're the 1%. You're a 1%er. Congratulations.
I am a 1%er. I can live with that. So do crampons or whatever? Yes, do
Krampus.
crampon.
Krampus.
Krampai. Oh yes,
Krampusi.
there's more than one. Do they actually feature in your speech later today?
No, not today.
Not today.
I did. They did. So today is just what's new with Microsoft Teams rooms.
I just wondered.
The
Your story is
Krampus
always
thing,
good.
I did that. I did it as a presentation at Commsverse next, and then I'm trying to wrangle Arbuthnot to do it around. We can record it whenever, and my whole there's many sorted history and slides of pain through this whole LED sign thing. Record it whenever, then release it near Christmas time, so we can have kind of a Christmas special. And then there's the whole AI component, right? So it ties into his target audience.
Nice.
But
so what are the top 2 or 3 things then you're going to be telling everybody about Rooms improvements this year?
Teams Rooms is going passwordless. So the big problem is always you sign an account into Teams Rooms, and that has a mailbox, and then you invite that mailbox. The Teams meeting happens.
Yep.
IT departments, and mostly security, hate the fact that there's a password there that you don't rotate.
Yes.
Ever. They don't like that.
No.
So if you go passwordless, now we have certificates. There's no password to rotate. It's completely gone.
Okay, cool.
So
Is that going to be a
passwordless.
big change for everybody?
Um,
I'm guessing not. It'll probably just get dropped into
Well-
the application.
it is a seismic change to the architecture of Teams rooms.
Yep.
But to end organizations, you go to Pro Management Portal, click 5 accounts, click convert, and
Job
done.
If you got
So-
6,000 rooms,
You
Got a
do. You
script
click then
would help.
60 and over 100 days, and you get them migrated over 100 days. And then the next big topic is the retirement of Teams Admin Center for devices,
right.
moving everything to the Pro Management Portal. So that's
Yep.
that's another thing of fun. And then just random things. One thing I came across, thank you, Claude, was that the profanity filter is now going to be off by default instead of on. Fuck yeah.
I love that. Especially when I'm in a meeting in Dutch, because then it comes up with, if my guys are, when I join a meeting now, they go, Steve's here, let's go to English.
Right.
So, but when they're in Dutch, I just sit there and watch all these words get blocked out because it's not
Correct.
quite sure whether they are or whether they're not.
And
It's funny.
I don't know why this is changing. So right now in transcripts, I'll just put like 4 stars.
Yep.
So like I don't star in care that that you believe that way.
Why are they doing it?
I don't know.
Somebody sued them because
Yeah.
my transcript got the wrong information. Cost me a lot of money because you turned it off by default.
I'm gonna guess like usually the planet goes more to nanny state over time.
Yeah.
So this is a weird one where it's like, oh, we're gonna let you do what you want.
Nice. So
Those are-
how's life
those
treating
are
you
big three.
generally?
My right knee sucks, but nobody wants to hear about my pending wanted, but not at this time, right knee replacement. Oh, they're putting the barbecue out.
A little bit too early for
Yeah,
the
but
barbecue.
the barbecue sign.
Yep.
Yep.
Do we know
So
what's
yeah,
for lunch?
other than that, life's good. You're
Teasing
good.
us.
You two are good.
Yes.
Yeah, it's fine. How's your travelling been?
Well, this knee thing might kill my Australia
Ah.
and India trip this year.
Damn.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
and that could kill my status with the airline.
the important
And that's what
things
I
in
live
life.
for.
Yes, those points.
I need to, my existence needs to be justified by, am I gold? God, silver? God, no. Gold? Platinum. Now we're talking.
Yeah. It was that wonderful film with Clooney when he was looking for his billion miles.
Air.
Air, yeah. That's
And
a good film.
I am at the highest level. So he flew American Airlines throughout the States in that movie. I'm at the highest level with American Airlines, except for Concierge Key, which requires an invite. And that's what he was going after, to be a
Yes.
Concierge Key. That's helped him justify his existence.
Yeah. Oh, well,
I'm
there you
not
go.
going to be a Concierge Key ever. One, you have to fly first class. And economy in the States, baby.
Yes, I know that one.
Yep.
All right.
All right,
Well,
great
thanks
seeing
for
you again.
dropping by.
No problem.
Best
Thank
of
you.
luck with your presentation this
Thank you.
afternoon. And
And,
nice to get the trip back again, the first one and the last one.
Yep.
Nice. Good to see you
Right.
again, my friend.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Well, this has been a long one. I'm still talking. I need to finish.
I need to go to collect the other ones that we will starting in
In 25 minutes.
25 minutes.
Yeah, let's go and do those, get them all lined up. I saw
Yes.
that Sarah was just wandering past, so she'll be joining us for the next one.
Yes.
So that will be fun. All right, so we will catch you at a later date. Bye-bye. More importantly,